climate change is behind all these water shortages. Time to think about the future. It's really time to invest in a proper water storage tank, you know. What water tanks you guys have available?
We have 450 gallons for a family of 3, 800 gallons for a family of 5, and 1,000 gallons for a family of 7. Purchasing any of these tanks will ensure that you have enough water stored.
Don't be like me and wait until you're out of water. Be smart. Be prepared. Invest in a proper water storage tank today.
Is true indeed. Make sure you're covered as you're going out through your day. Just about 9 minutes after the hour, 7 o'clock on this Friday, month-end Friday, so you know. And we are going to be having a conversation in a short with the Office of Creative Affairs about a workshop that they have coming up for producers. So if you know a producer or an aspiring producer, definitely have them tune in, or even artists, you know, who sometimes do work. We'll find out more about that workshop and perhaps some other initiatives that they have going on. This is Good Morning Grenada. It's Missy Chrissy in your company all the way until 8. And hopefully you're making your way to work, to school. You're dressed and ready to go if you're going for 8 o'clock. I know sometimes you have to leave home even earlier these days. I find sometimes I need to leave home earlier, even in the afternoon, if I'm going to grand dance or going to town. You have to add an extra 5 minutes or add an extra 10 minutes to really, cater for that traffic. So today is definitely one day you want to do that, because everybody's trying to rush to the bank, make sure their money hit their account. So, and then also with the added traffic changes as a result of the police headquarters, the new one on the Carnage being opened, we are going to have some changes in traffic. So from 9 o'clock, you will not be able to drive through the Carnage. You will only be able to get up to, from Burns Point direction, you'll only be able to get up to Spice Out Imaging Center until 9. So from 9, you'll be able to do that. And if you get there, you have to turn around and go back up. And to enter the city, the heart, we should call it, you will have to go up Lothers Lane, all right? No parking will be allowed in Lothers Lane as well. So be prepared for that. And they will be having a ceremony starting around 4 p.m. So, yes, it will include a parade at the Fort George, where they're closing the old headquarters, and there'll be a parade moving through the Carnage onto the new headquarters, which is just on the corner of the Carnage intersection with Hughes Street. That short street going down from H.A. Blaze Street to the Carnage, that's called Hughes Street, all right? In the meantime, before we dive into our conversation, you can call us live. The number is 435-2041. Let me know if you have any special shout-outs for today. You want to say good morning to anyone. Now is the time that you can do that. 435-2041. You can also send me a WhatsApp message as well on the same number. And I'm just checking the cruise list for today. It looks like we have a cruise in harbor, a cruise ship in harbor from 8 a.m. We have the Marella Discovery. It will be here from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. and it looks like it's expected to have 2,894 passengers and crew on board, all right? So they'll be here today. I know some people are excited about that, especially the ones in the tourism industry. We have a caller on the line. Good morning, you're live.
Good morning.
Good morning.
This morning, I would like to say happy birthday to my baby daughter, Eudine Thomas, St. Louison. She's celebrating today, so I just want to wish her all the best and God's richest blessings upon her life. And you have a nice day, my dear.
Thank you so much. Happy birthday. All right. I hope you enjoy your day today. Oh, that's always exciting when you have a birthday. Thanks for calling 435-2041. That's the number. And this person is saying, good morning. It's a dream to say eat local. Sweet potatoes are cheaper in England than Grenada. That's surprising. Can't plant as we have no fence and are told... And also told, I'm not sure, I'm a little lost there, Heather. Situation already dire. Heather, let me know what you're saying there. I kind of got lost with the, I think there's some typos. But I find it interesting that sweet potatoes are cheaper in England. Is it because they're making them there? I'm not sure. Let me know. It'll be interesting to actually compare food prices across the world, right? Different places. 435-2041, that's the number. I definitely support the idea of eating local. You know, I grew up on the idea of you have a kitchen garden, right? There's always something in the garden, right? Whether it's, you know, some peppers, you know, some sweet potato, callaloo by the drain. So at least there's always something that you can go out in the yard and pick. And or dig up and make to eat. So it'll be interesting to know how many people actually take part in that type of backyard gardening. Another caller on the line. Good morning, you're live on Good Morning Grenada.
Good morning, Missy Chrissy.
Good morning to you. Who's calling? Where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Paradise, mommy friend. Christiana friend.
Nice. Good
Christiana
to hear you.
And Margaretan.
Yes.
Yes, sweet potato. You're taking $5 and you go in the supermarket and you're buying 2 pounds Irish potato. In Grenada, $5 can buy 1 pound of sweet potato, and it's growing in Grenada. How you go eat local?
Right. Why do you think that
local
is?
When you local more expensive than what coming in.
Right.
A pound of tomatoes is $8. A bottle of ketchup is how much? Not $5, not small one. It's too much. You understand? The last time I had to ask Dr. Johnson from Mossydiam. He told me I didn't know for him already because they're too expensive. And a little thing I want to touch on concerning the video that go wrong with the guy that they beat in the bus terminal in Grenville. That guy strong. When telling that guy strong, that guy walked from Grenville to Paradise with a paper in his hand the police give him. I don't know if you don't understand what the police tell him, but he walked from Grenville to Paradise with that paper in his hand. So my son tell him, well, go in Maribor with the paper and bring it back in the station. I don't know if he walked from Paradise again to Maribor because he living in Paraclete. And that guy strong. I mean, you get all this lash, all this juke, and you could walk from Grenville to Paradise. Boy, keep your strength, boy. And I hope the police just continue doing what they're doing because people are supposed to take advantage of people. So everybody have a family. Everybody come out in a home. My darling, have a nice day.
You too. Thank you.
And tell mommy hello for me.
I will. All right, have a good one. Thanks for calling. Interesting with the food. Is it because of the the cost of fertilizing, and what are the fees that have gone up causing this stark difference in cost? Good morning, you're live.
Morning, Chrissy. How are you?
Good. How are you, sir?
Always, I'm good. I'm always loving to hear your voice on the radio.
Thank you so much. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
I'm calling from St. Patrick.
Okay.
My name is Dan Lee Alexis.
All right, Mr. Alexis.
I want to kind of give two daughters of mine who will be celebrating on Sunday a sort of advance birthday greeting. My first and second daughter, they were both born on the same day. So they're celebrating on Sunday. I want to wish them all the best as they go forth in the youthful years.
Nice. Are you sharing their names with us?
The name is Danielle and Crystal.
All right.
Danielle operated at St. George's University, and Crystal, she's into bartendering.
Okay. Are they twins?
No, they are not. They just happen to born on the same day.
Really? That's amazing.
Yeah.
How many years apart?
4 years apart.
On the same day?
On the same day, yeah.
Wow. Well, Daniel and Crystal, happy birthday to you in advance. Thank you so much for calling, sir.
Yeah, you too. I want to raise one thing before you leave.
Sure.
I'm concerned about that piece of road from Grenville, and not all of it yet, because I know the contractors are running the pipe for Nawasa. But Ms. Lashington, I think the contractors can do better, because there is a long portion of road that has been completed already. And if you see the state of this road, I don't know what is the contractual arrangement, but it is not good for the traffic. The motorists on the road, the buses, all the vehicles. These things are, I don't know what they can, because most of it has been done and it has been rested a long time, that they can effectively pave the area so that the motoring public can have an ease on the road. It is from the town of Grenville. It's actually happening in the town of Grenville as well. There are portions in the town of Grenville all the way down to Pearls. They need to do something about this thing, and to ease up the dust and all of those things, and big hole in the road because of what they are doing. I know there are some, they have to, when they dredge it and they put on the pipe, it have to be rested for a while. But this thing is long in the waiting. And they just have to do it progressively and ease up the traffic on the road. That is my concern this morning. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thanks for calling. Yes, indeed. 435-2041, that's the number. And we have Heather giving us an update here. She's saying, when you have no fence, then if you grow something, it will be stolen. But also rats and other animals eat it. It is true about sweet potatoes being cheaper, but they are imported to the UK from somewhere else. She's saying all the best and have a great one. We have someone else on the line. Good morning, you're live.
Good morning, Miss Lashington. How are you this morning?
Great. How are you?
Fine, thank you.
Nice. Where are you calling from?
Molyneux.
Molyneux in the building. What's your contribution today?
I want to send advance birthday greetings to my sister. That's Cynthia St. Bernard of Mardi Gras. These greetings are coming from our sister Rhonda from Molyneux.
Awesome. Well, happy birthday to her. Thanks so much for calling.
Yeah, and I want to say happy birthday to Mr. Richard Nurse, also of Molyneux. His birthday will be tomorrow. Please go too.
Lovely.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. You have a nice day, my dear.
You too. Have a great one. Have a great weekend.
You too, my dear.
All right. Lovely. All these birthday greetings. I like it. We're celebrating life on this lovely Friday, and it seems the weekend as well. 435-2041 is the number. Good morning. You're live.
A pleasant morning to you.
Morning.
Yes. I'm calling from Simon. Just do me a favor, please. My daughter will be having a sale tomorrow, please God, in Simon. And it's a lot of children clothing. You have from 2 pieces you get for $5. You get 1 piece for $5. You have a lot of boys. And no boys, children, they had to get clothes. But a lot of boys, children, And you have for girls too. You even have for young ladies. So tomorrow, please, God.
What time and exactly which part in Simon?
It might start in Simon.
Mm-hmm.
Well, most people know me as Nanny.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So it might start around 7:30, going up to 8, and
Okay, lovely.
This time and then.
All right. Thanks so much for sharing.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much for giving me this minutes to announce the sale.
No problem. Have a good one.
And I want to leave a number for them. My number is 4495319 or 442-8443. Thank you very much, and you have a pleasant weekend.
Thank you so much. Same to you.
Oh, okay.
And all the best with the sale. All right. Listen, it's so important. You know what I mean? 435-2041. That is the number. And we have another caller here. Good morning. You're live on Good Morning Grenada.
Hi, Pleasant. Good morning.
Good morning to you. What's your name? Where are you calling us from?
I'm calling from Bellevue, St. David.
Can you just lower your device that you're listening to me from? Please turn it down. So I'll just give you a few minutes to do that.
I'm from Bellevue, St. David.
Uh-huh.
I'm calling to send out advance birthday greetings to Cadell Gordon of the Wester Hall Secondary School. He's celebrating his 14th birthday tomorrow, and I wish him all the best. And this is coming from his mother, Corona, his grandmom, Rosaria Gordon, his auntie, Krista, and Sophia Gordon from Bellevue, St. David.
Excellent. Thank you so much for calling.
You're welcome. Have a good day.
You too. Bye. Lovely. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. And yes, we have another caller on the line. Good morning. You're live.
Hi, good morning. I'm sure I'm alive, girl. Hi.
Alive and
top
well.
Of the world this morning because
I love
why?
that.
I'm alive.
Amen.
I go to a funeral yesterday and the person laid down in the box is saying, oh, nice thing. They don't move in, they don't smiling, nothing. And thank God I'm alive. I'm smiling and I could talk to you. Let me tell you something now, you're eating local is real hard these days, you know. If you were to cook a pot of oil for 5 persons, it's costing you more than $100. Coconut alone is $25. $5 for a coconut. You want a real nice juicy one. Don't talk about the greens. You have to put the color. But it's costing more than $100. Oh God, it's hard to eat local today, Miguel.
Right. Why do you think the prices? Why do you think the prices are so high?
Yes, but what we gonna do? Capitalism gone mad. Oh God, you remember that tune, My Sparrow? That tune living now, boy. But what we gonna do? I'll just let us eat what we could eat and try to eat the best. You know?
Yes.
But it's real rough, sweetheart. It's rough.
Right.
But in everything, give God thanks.
Indeed.
Even though he rough, he high, he low, give him thanks. So I just want to say good morning to all the heartbreaking people this morning. I know this lady that big truck go down there. I know it could take she a long time to shake up. So, darling, thank God you are alive. Give God thanks and praise. And all those who are not feeling well this morning, good morning. I want all you to have a smile on your face despite the problem, the sickness, the pain, the ache. Have a good weekend, everybody. Glenda, I love you. I love you too, darling. Have a good day.
All right, take care. Thanks for calling.
Okay, baby, love.
Bye. Much love to you as well. Indeed, 435-2041. We're just going to take about 2 more calls and then take a quick break. Good morning. You're live.
Good morning, my beautiful one, and how are you today?
I am fantastic. What about you?
Well, I'm an even more fantastica.
I love it.
No, I want to follow up on what the person talked about in terms of the lady with the accident, because I spoke about it on another station. Right? And as far as I see, I'm subject to correction. He gave the person out, the company gave the person a week. I think that is unfair because when you look at the state at the house, they should be paying rent for the individual for the whole duration that the people can't use the house and build back a new house. I think that is unconscionable. You see the size of the truck? I think the people need a new house, and they have to put them up for the duration. You can't be just paying a rent for just a week alone. And finally, I'm calling on all vehicle owners, whether it's big trucks or little trucks. You all must take into consideration, you have to know that your vehicle needs servicing. I can't understand. There was an incident the other day on the lane. Same problem. Probably vehicle not working. Then one in Wester Hall, and you're having all these things because accidents, because the train bus and all kinds of things. Because I'm calling on people that they must be able to know when the vehicle wants servicing and be roadworthy, especially these big trucks. Let me tell you, Chris, I worked in an international bank, the biggest bank in the world. We used to have, and there was a 3-story building. I don't know if you know about Barclays Bank. That's where I used to work, right?
Yes.
And we had an elevator because you could go to the top. There was nobody that could have fixed the elevator in Grenada, and we was a British bank, and it's either from Barbados the person used to come down or London. And we know when it's time that people ask people to come down and service the elevators so that people wouldn't get stuck. So why can't people institute a system whereby that they know their vehicle wants servicing or thing like you have to wait until this thing happened. You're hearing one man say the other day how it was expired and it was a long time and they didn't do this and do that and causing accidents and in people's lives. These things are not fair. So I'm calling on people. I know I'll go jump on my chest. I don't mind. I'm calling on all vehicle owners, whether it's big truck, whether it's small truck. Be considerate, right? Go to have your vehicles roadworthy. Check the oil, whatever it is, and make it safe because people are walking on the road or driving on the road who want to feel safe. So this is my plea for today. Thank you, my friend, and do have a great day.
Thank you. Bye. Thanks for calling. All right, 435-2041. That's the number. We are going to take a short break in just a moment, and we are carded to have a conversation with regard to the music producers workshop that is coming up with the Grenada Office of Creative Affairs. So let's take that break right now. And of course, stay tuned to Good Morning Grenada. We'll be right back.
Hey, Bill. Glad to see you back in the office. Who? Bill. Oh.
Served Grenada for decades. We are the #1 and largest electrical supplier.
Hi, welcome to Sunny Electrical. How may I help?
We offer electrical wiring accessories, tools, and appliances for all residential, commercial, and industrial applications, which is what we are known for. And we expanded our products with new innovative ways to modernize your home. New homeowners will be captivated in our lighting showrooms.
Some more pendant lights here. These are very multifunctional because they can work for kitchens, living rooms, bedrooms.
We have a wide selection of lighting, ranging from indoor to outdoor and solar. We are also available for site visit services to assist you with selecting the perfect light for your forever home. We are located at Dusty Highway in Grenada and St. George. Sudden Electrical. Best value, expert advice, quality products. We hope to see you soon.
No frills, just great prices, only at Courts. We don't just talk about it, we got it. Shop and save big on appliances, furniture, electronics, and so much more. Great deals on mattresses, plus free gift with purchase of selected Ashley items. Plus, with Ready Finance, get it now, pay later. No fine print and no tricks, only at Courts. Bringing value home. Special conditions apply. Offer runs from 25th February to 24th March 2025.
Looking to shop online from your favorite stores like Amazon and Shein? With GPC Global, it's never been easier. Get your very own US address and shop from around the world. With GPC Global, you can order the latest trends and must-have items, all delivered straight to Grenada to your closest post office for your pickup. We offer the cheapest rates, and our service is reliable and quick. No more waiting for weeks for your packages. Your satisfaction is guaranteed. Join the Grenada Postal family today and start shopping smarter. Visit us online at www.grenadapostal.com or call us on 437-POST. That's 437-7678. GPC Global, your gateway to the world.
Grenada, are you looking for locally made jewelries, bags, arts and crafts, paintings, vegetables, food, and much more? Then come on down on Saturday, March 29th to the GIDC SIEP Expo from 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. at the Camahan Park, Grenada, St. George. It will be an all-day event with fun activities for the kids, face painting, bouncy castle, live band, and local artists. Come out and support our entrepreneurs. View it, like it, buy it. Support local.
Notice is hereby given that the 96th Annual General Meeting of Shareholders of the Grenada Building and Loan Association will be held virtually on Zoom as well as at the Presbyterian Church, Granitang Road, St. George's on Wednesday, April 2nd, commencing at 4:30 p.m. Shareholders are required to RSVP their attendance by contacting the association's office on 440-2108 or 459-2103 or by emailing info@grenada.bla.com. Virtual meeting details will be made available prior to the meeting. Copies of the director's report and financial statements may be obtained by members upon application to the secretary or manager at the office of the association or via email.
That's right. You are tuned in to Good Morning Grenada right here. It is Chrislyn Lashington in your company, or Missy Chrissy, and it is just about 26 minutes onto the hour of 8 o'clock. And as promised, we are about to have a conversation about an upcoming workshop. If you are a music producer and you're looking to expand your capabilities, your skill sets, expand them, this is definitely a conversation for you. And if you're just interested in arts in Grenada, it's definitely the place for you to be. Joining me in studio is Janelle Lewis. She is the project officer at the Grenada Office of Creative Affairs. Good morning, Janelle. Welcome to Good Morning Grenada.
Good morning, Missy Chrissy. Thank you.
Yes, indeed. It's great having you in here.
Thank you.
And tell us, what has been happening at the Grenada Office of Creative Affairs?
Well, a lot. So in one word, a lot. We started the new year with a bang. I do know that you were part of the TAMCC ceremony that we had for the specialized courses. So we started the year with that. So we started the year off hitting the ground running. And then we had a few workshops in and between. So it's been a while since I've been back here. So we've had, as you know, we do have our capacity building initiatives so that we can develop our creatives. We want them to take their craft seriously. We want them to actually look at their passion as something that they can make a living out of. So we had our Price It Right workshop. We had that one again because that one is it's in high demand because everybody, when you think about running a business, as it comes to your creative ability, sometimes because a lot of it is intangible, they find it difficult to properly price their work and to actually make a living out of it. So we had a costing and pricing workshop back in January. That one was excellent. And then we moved on and we had a contracts and negotiation workshop.
Okay.
So if
Janelle, I'm just going to stop you briefly. I want to make sure that we can hear you clearly. So let's just take a quick break and we'll be right back. We have Janelle in studio from the Office of Creative Affairs.
Get ready, Grenada. The Maggie King of the Grill is back and bigger than ever. On Saturday, June 7th, Monroe's playing field transforms into the ultimate battleground for grill masters. Think you got what it takes? Then fire up those grills and show your skills. Registration closes Friday, April the 11th. So don't miss your chance to compete for that sizzling prize and bragging rights. It's food, fun, and flavor, all powered by Maggie. To register, call 407-8458. Maggie King of the Grill, where flavor rules. See you there.
My name is Richard Stevens, representing right now for GBN, Grenada Broadcasting Network. This is where it's at. To God be the glory. To God be the glory. Great things He has done. His love and protection as sure as the sun. My faith in my Father way stronger than man. No weapon that formeth against me shall stand. Praise the Lord, let the earth hear His voice. Praise the Lord, let the people rejoice.
And yes, indeed, we are confident about discussing all things creative affairs right now. Janelle is in studio from the Grenada Office of Creative Affairs, and we just need a little update, Janelle. You know, what has been happening at the Office of Creative Affairs recently?
All right. So this year we started off with a bang. We started in January with the cultural and creative industries specialized courses. We had an award ceremony for them. So we had a couple creatives who did the specialized courses in TAMCC, and they all got their certificates. It was about 87 passes in total from all the individuals who would have done the courses. And then we moved on. Same January, we had our costing and pricing workshop. So this is the second time we're running this workshop because it is in such high demand as it relates to creatives, the way that they price their work based on their cost, because a lot of it is intangible. They have a bit of difficulty, understanding how to properly price their work by incorporating everything that comes under it. Sometimes you may be operating out of your house, so you're like, well, I don't have no rent, no overhead. But, if the business is running out of your home, then you need to incorporate that into your cost. So we did that workshop, and then after that one, we moved on to contracts and negotiations. So if we're really talking about treating your business as a business, in Grenada, we kind of had this little blind culture. Give something, So that workshop was specific to help them understand, listen, this is a business. Your craft is important. Your craft is a business. How do you negotiate appropriately? How do you draft sample contracts based on what it is that the patron or the client needs you to do? So we did that one, and then we went on this month. Yeah, we're still in March. Yeah, we're still in March. Okay. And then we had, March. Tax time, tax season. So we had Money Minded Tax Edition. So we had a workshop in collaboration with the Inland Revenue Division, and this one was great. This one was, and you can echo my sentiments with this one being great. So we had the Inland Revenue there to go through with the creatives, sort of demystify it first of all, because when you think about treating your business as a business and registering for taxes and NIS, some people are a bit taken aback by that. They're a bit deterred. So we wanted them to understand, hey, if you're not above this threshold, if you're not here, there, this is what you pay. So Mr. Johnson in Inland Revenue, he really broke that down for them. And then for the people in our database who did not have a tax ID as yet, but they want to benefit from the different incentives and initiatives offered by the office. So you do know with the Business Development Fund, you need to be a registered entity and registered with Inland Revenue and NIS. In order for you to also get concessions for your creative entity, you need to be registered with Inland Revenue and NIS. So for those who wanted to benefit but didn't have their tax ideas yet, we used that opportunity to do pre-registration for the taxes. So we invited them to bring their documents, and you do the pre-registration. And also there was live demonstration as to how you fill up the tax forms and so on. So it was a pretty rewarding session, and we're just in March, so you can just imagine what we have planned for the rest of the year.
3 quarters to go. I must say, I took part in that workshop, and I felt so much more empowered.
Right.
I understood the taxes even better, and I think what I liked about the interaction was the representatives from the Inland Revenue Department. They were also open to understanding our industries better, because we have so many, I don't want to say discrepancies, but so many differences with the way, for instance, promoters are treated versus other businesses when it comes to VAT. And I love that they were open to at least understanding and having follow-up dialogue. So it was absolutely good. But tell me, Janelle, why is it important for the Office of Creative Affairs to do these types of workshops and have these types of courses available for creative people in Grenada?
Right. So the Office of Creative Affairs was established to foster and create an enabling environment for creatives in Grenada. So that's just the broad description of that. And in terms of us getting to actually be able to do that, there are a lot of different things that we need to do. So firstly, you see that creatives indicated financing. Financing is an issue. When I go to the bank, they say, oh, you don't make money this month and that month. So financing is an issue. So then to solve the problem of financing, the government would have the government through the Office of Creative Affairs established the Business Development Fund. So in order for creatives to thrive, they need to be able to have appropriate financing. And the financing that's available through GDB, through the Business Development Fund, it takes various forms. So there's business development vouchers, grants for the nonprofit initiatives. There's loans for the businesses that are looking to grow. So financing aspect, fine. And then when we move now to capacity building, you would find that a lot of creatives are great at their craft. They do this a lot of the times with no formal training, but they're great at what they do. But then you would hear, that's not profitable. That's on the side. I just doing that, because they did not think of it as a business. So if we'd like, to think of it as a business, firstly, we need to change the rhetoric. We need to change the conversation. And that's a whole other initiative. As you know, we have our school tour initiative. So we go into the schools. We bring the creatives with us to tell the children, this is how I got started. I went down this path. I probably didn't like it. I went back, so to sort of encourage them and let them see that, the one way of the doctor, the lawyer, the teacher, you can actually go a different path, especially if it's something that you love. So to change the conversation. But then when it comes to capacity building, as I said, you would find a standard business development course anywhere. You would find it anywhere. You would walk into little sensitization sessions about taxes even anywhere. But when it comes to actually breaking down the information specific to the creative industry, that is where we come in. Because Inland Revenue has had many tax sensitization sessions and conversations. But was there one to really talk about the intricacies and the nuances of the creative industries? And that's where we come in, to create that environment, to let Inland Revenue know, hey, we have a database of over 700 individuals and they need this information as it relates to them. To talk to TAMCC to say, hey, we have a lot of creatives who are great at their craft, but they need, some specialized courses. Entrepreneurship, entertainment law, we have a lot of musicians, producers, and so on. How is it that they understand how the law applies to them and so on? So that's really what we're doing here.
Excellent work. I must say it's definitely a lot about empowering creatives. I like that. And also creating that enabling environment, outside of creators. And I could tell you, from being in this industry since I was a child, a lot of people, they are great at what they do, but then the business aspect is lacking, and also just, I think a lot of the times the business community and a lot of support systems need to be a bit strengthened to support creatives. And I think, there has to be a full understanding of what it takes.
Correct.
And so I love the work that the Office of Creative Affairs is doing. Now, you're having, in keeping with your role, you're having an upcoming workshop. And in fact, this is now a master class. Hello, we fancy.
Correct. So it's a master class, and it's called Bring the Beat.
I like it.
Bring the Beat, the Music Producers Master Class. And that'll be happening over a course of a couple days, actually. So the first thing that we'd like to say, this is a master class for music producers only. Also, it is for people with intermediate to advanced level producing. So this is not a beginner's class. So I do understand that, we have a lot of people, I think I want to, especially considering with the work that the office does, I think I want to get into music producing.
Yeah.
This is not the time for that. Don't worry. There may be a time when, if it is that you're a beginner and we want to go that step. But this is for intermediate to advanced. So we'll be having internationally acclaimed music producer, Mr. Casey Phillips. He would be the one facilitating this. And if you know Mr. Phillips, well, at least internationally, he's produced songs with Chris Brown and Ciara. He also produced Bacchanales. He also produced a couple Grenadian songs.
Cheers to Life.
Cheers,
by Voice, that signature sound.
And the other day, I learned that he had asked us about Four Brass. I don't know when last I hear about Four Brass, and he actually produced Controversy.
Nice.
So so he's worked with a lot of Grenadian musicians, a lot of artists throughout the Caribbean and internationally. So he's coming here now to do this masterclass with our music producers over the course of 7 days, actually. So yes, it'll start on the 14th and end on the 23rd. But there'll be different components, and you do know that's around Easter time. So we'll have a little break, and also a little break to get them to do the work that'll be required of them.
So it's a working workshop, kind of working class.
It's literally, if you look at the curriculum and all the things that they're going to do on the different days, they even have songwriting and recording from a producer's lens, because an artist might come with a song, a written song, but from the end you might say, take this word out, or maybe so
that happens all the time. And sometimes the producers aren't even listed as a songwriter. But they're integral in the process.
And in speaking about listed as a songwriter, one of the days will actually cover copywriting and licensing from a producer's perspective. So it's going to be a really, really, really great masterclass. I can tell you, the interest is already there.
I could imagine.
The interest is already there. There's a lot of people signing up. Space is limited, though.
Okay.
So we are giving priority, number one, as I said, to people who are intermediate or advanced in that.
How do you qualify someone who's an intermediate producer? Because
they'll know how to qualify themselves. They'll know whether or not they're a beginner or whether, especially because when you look at the components, so we'll also actually share, the curriculum in advance and so on, because it wouldn't be nice if, yes, we know you might want to be part of this, and then you come and you're like,
right, you're not there.
I'm not here yet.
Because I know there's so many people, and there might be some people listening. They might have their little home studio. They've produced a few songs.
But a lot of our producers are actually out of their home, and that's another project that we have happening. Maybe we can talk about that another day in terms of assisting our music producers in upgrading their studios and their equipment and things like that.
Right.
That's a whole other project that we have coming on. But let's just say 2025 is looking like the year for music, and we're starting with this.
Yeah.
So but when you talk about intermediate, you're talking about people who are seasoned and experienced in the music industry. That's just the basis of it.
So we hearing your songs on the radio.
Yes. So seasoned and experienced, and when it comes to just a sidetrack, TAMCC has a course called Introduction to Portfolio. So it would also relate to your portfolio of work. What does your catalog look like? So that is what this session is really about for these people. And also, as I stated, it's over the course of 7 days. We'd like to prefer people who can dedicate the 7 days.
Right.
So it'll be the 14th to the 14th, 15th, 16th, 17th. Good Friday is the 18th, so there's a break, and they'll be back for a full workshop day. So on the 19th, that's a full day, 10 to 6. They'll be back for a full day. They'll actually have some homework, and they'll come back and play their tracks and get feedback from it and all of that. That is what will be happening on the Saturday. And then they'll have a practical day, and then they'll have a showcase and so on. So it's a really packed session, and we are hoping that the individuals who register for the workshop that are for the masterclass, that they actually are able to dedicate the time for it.
I mean, the good thing is most producers are fairly flexible, especially the ones who are intermediate to advanced.
Right.
They're doing it as their full-time job. So hopefully they have the time. I know there's the time pressure of songs need to get released and all sorts of things. But I love that this is happening. Casey is also amazing. You know, I remember I interviewed him back, on Upstage TV show during like pandemic times. And we had great discussion. But Casey knows his stuff.
He does.
He knows his stuff.
And what is going to happen is all these individuals, they are actually going to get everything that he would have learned and the new things that would have happened throughout the industry from whatever time it is. They are able to learn all of that.
Yeah.
Every single one of that. So, and
because he's in the heart of it, right? He is literally based in Los Angeles, California, where lots of music is being produced. The top, you mentioned Chris Brown and so forth, though he's from Trinidad and Tobago, but he is up to the time.
Right. And I think having Casey in particular as a facilitator, it will sort of resonate with the producers, because then you're seeing somebody who started off producing the same type of work that you produce, the same, the same soca songs, calypso songs, and so on. You're seeing him produce that same sort of work, and then he would be able to explain to you how is it that he ended up scaling and moving on and international production and so on. So it's really a great opportunity. We're excited for it, and we know the music producers are excited for it because people have been reaching out. They've been registering, hey, did you get my registration, and so on. So we're super excited for it, and we want people to actually register. So if by chance you haven't heard about it, you haven't seen it on social media, you haven't seen your producer friends or artists sharing it, we have we have our registration link on it's on our Facebook pages. It's on our Instagram bio. If by chance you're not on social media, you can send us a WhatsApp message, 534-4622. We'll send you the link there so that you can register. You can also send us an email at info@creativeaffairs.gov.gd, and we'll be more than happy to assist you. We would like to say, however, that registration does not guarantee a spot.
Okay.
Because limited spots are available.
Right.
But if you are interested, you go ahead and you register. There's different questions there asking you about your availability, your expertise, your level of expertise, etc., and a little bit of demographic questions. So
understood.
You can go register, and hopefully by the end of next week we'll be able to finalize our participants.
Excellent. I think this is fantastic. I know, for instance, just last year Carnival, I thought the music that was produced for Grenada Carnival last year was just exceptional. I feel, I actually saw the improvement. And I'm excited now to see what comes out of a workshop, a masterclass, a masterclass like this. I'm really excited for the products of this. In the masterclass, Bring the Beat, you're learning advanced music production techniques, hands-on projects and industry insights, songwriting and vocal recording, mixing and mastering essentials, music copyright and licensing. And it's being led by Casey Phillips from Precision Productions. So anything else you'd like to share with us before we go?
We'd just like to let everyone know that the Grenada Office of Creative Affairs is committed to supporting our creatives, committed to developing the creative sector. And if you are a creative, and I do know that a lot of people say, well, what is a creative? And the description is rather broad.
If you create.
Yes.
I'm kidding.
And actually, no, you have a point. But just to in way of giving an update too, and just when people ask what is a creative, we also recently concluded our strategy. And that strategy would sort of lead or give direction as to, where the creative industry is going, where the government would have to, dedicate their efforts and so on. So we recently concluded that, everything is being finalized and so on, because there are a lot of people who do certain things, but based on existing legislation, they're not technically considered as part of the creative
So you have
industries.
a list, but you're also looking at expanding that list in the near future.
Yes.
Absolutely excellent.
And expanding whatever initiatives it is that would support this list. It would also, if you're doing a priority list also, then you would be looking at, how does it affect the schools? How does it affect the subjects that are being offered? Because we're seeing now, animation, graphic designing, all these things are making way. Content creation, in its simplest form, but then, by an extended way, you're looking at videography, filmmaking, all these things, how are efforts going to be dedicated towards, advancing these sort of subsectors?
Indeed. Well, thank you so much, Janelle Lewis, Project Officer at the Grenada Office of Creative Affairs, talking to us about Bring the Beat, the Music Producers Masterclass. Thanks so much for joining us today. Welcome. And with that, we are wrapping Good Morning Grenada for today. I'm Missy Chrissy. It's been a pleasure sitting in for Innocent. He's going to be back with you on Monday. If you wish to stay in touch with what's going on, or you like to find out about the Zumba classes starting back next week, Tuesday, you can always hit me up on the Instagram, MSY.CHRISSY. Have a great weekend. Enjoy your Friday. And indeed, have a lovely, lovely one. Take care. Thanks for joining us.
Request, repay, repeat.